What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today is going to be my DVD update for January 15th, 2013. So I've got 9 new DVDs to show you, sort of in preparation for my annual movie marathon that starts next month, where I watch all my movies that end in the year that corresponds with this year. And since it's 2013, I'll be watching all my movies from 2003, 1993, 83, etc., etc. So these films are all from 83, 93, and 2003, at least the ones I picked up this week. So up first we have Airborne from 1993, very sort of fun teen comedy, high school rollerblading film. I've seen it numerous times about this kid from San Diego who moves to Philadelphia High School, and he's sort of met with gets bullied a little bit, met with cynicism and hatred. One of the bullies is actually played by Jack Black, which is very funny. The guy's name is Shane McDermott. He befriends a young Seth Green. Yeah, it's a fun film. The sort of end rollerblading race down the hill is actually a very cool scene. I really like that scene. And yeah, I've always enjoyed it when I watched it. So that's Airborne from 1993. Okay, up next, yeah, I picked up Elephant from 2003, directed by Gus Van Sant. Sort of a timely film, obviously, for obvious reasons at the moment. But that's not really why I got it. I just haven't got it until now. But yeah, this film sort of basically chronicles a Columbine-like high school massacre perpetrated by two young high schoolers. It's a tough film to watch. I've only seen it once. I saw it when it came out on DVD back in like 2003, 2004. Yeah, it's not a perfect film, but it's a very good film. Winner of the Palme d'Or in Cannes that year. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've seen Elephant. Very timely film. Okay, moving on. From 1993, I picked up California, directed by Dominic Sena. Very early film role for Brad Pitt, Juliette Lewis, and David Duchovny. Haven't seen this in a long time, actually. Really good thriller from what I remember. Whenever I hear Arnold Schwarzenegger say California, I always think it's sort of spelled this way. The way he says California, that's just what I think anyway. But yeah, really looking forward to rewatching this, especially because of Brad Pitt. Been a while since I've seen it. Okay, up next, a film from the 80s, and that's The Outsiders, from 1983. The complete novel, two-disc special edition, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. You've got a great young cast, of course. Patrick Swayze, C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise, Emilio Estevez. Who else is in this? Diane Lane, Ralph Macchio, Leif Garrett, Rob Lowe. Yeah, just a great film about 50s greaser gangs. Been a while since I've seen this, and Ford Coppola is always great. And yeah, look at how young Diane Lane looks on the back there. She looks the same now, but yeah, very. That's almost 30 years ago now. Well, it is 30 years. What am I talking about? That's the whole point of this this movie marathon exercise. Okay, moving on. I don't want to be here all day. Next we have Rising Sun from 1993. Sort of an underrated thriller in my opinion, with my favorite, Sean Connery, and Wesley Snipes. Connery sort of plays a consultant with very heavy Japanese ties. A young woman is murdered in this Japanese business building. It's a very sexy scene, actually. She dies while having sex, basically, and you see a lot. And Wesley Snipes is a cop who's brought in to investigate. And yeah, like I said, Connery is sort of a He has Japanese eyes. He's like doing his James Bond from You Only Live Twice, sort of. It's a decent film, and Tia Carrera is in it, and she gets very naked in this, from what I remember. There's a very sexy hot tub scene with her and Wesley Snipes. So yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this, but looking forward to rewatching it. Okay, up next, I picked up The Station Agent from 2003 with Peter Dinklage and Patricia Clarkson, Bobby Cannavale. Really good film from that year. Sort of introduced the world to Peter Dinklage, who of course is awesome on Game of Thrones. My favorite character on that show. Patricia Clarkson also sort of got introduced via this film. Yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out. I don't think I saw it at the theaters. One again that I rented later that year when it came out. But very good from what I remember. And Dinklage and Clarkson are great together. Okay, moving on. A film my sister hates. The one time I believe she tried to watch it, and that is The Stoned Age from 1993. Very stupid and sort of low budget teen comedy, sort of in the vein of Dazed and Confused. The fact that it even says better than Dazed and Confused on the back, and it's sort of got like the whole Dazed and Confused coloring on the cover is completely ridiculous, because Dazed and Confused is Citizen Kane compared to this film. But I enjoy the hell out of it. I always have the numerous times I've seen it, about these two stoners who love Blue Oyster Cult. Sort of driving around in their car looking to party, get drunk and score girls. The blonde in it is very hot. She's actually the girl who gets her head cut off at the beginning of Showdown in Little Tokyo. That's the only other film I know her from. Yeah, she's pretty good. There's a good picture of her on the back right here. His name's not on the back, but there's a actor in this who is now more or less a lot bigger star than he was when he appeared in this film, and I'm forgetting his name. A great actor who's been in tons of films. Traffic he was in. Oh, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I'll put a annotation because he's a really good actor. He's appeared in lots of great movies over recent years. Yeah, he's like a little punk in this film that everybody makes fun of. I remember him from this. If you like stoner comedies like I used to, back in the day, The Stoned Age is kind of a fun movie in my opinion. Okay, speaking of comedies, I also picked up Strange Brew from 1983 with Rick Moranis and Bob Thomas. Yeah, oh, Dave Thomas. Bob Thomas. That's the Wendy's guy, isn't it? Yeah, great Canadian hoser comedy, all about drinking beer and hockey. I haven't seen this in a while. Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, great together. It's not great, believe me, but if you like Canadian culture, this is definitely one you gotta get. Last but definitely not least, I need to settle down here. I'm losing it. The last, anyway, definitely not least is one of my favorite films starring this actor, and it doesn't get talked about enough in my opinion, and that is Striking Distance from 1993, starring Bruce Willis and unfortunately Sarah Jessica Parker. But this is one of my favorite, and in my opinion, one of Bruce Willis's most underrated movies. He's great in this film. He's a former cop from the Pittsburgh Police Department. He's now he works river rescue. He patrols the river, the three rivers in Pittsburgh. After he didn't, after he accused a former cop of being this serial killer, and he sort of got thrown out of the force, etc. But it's a great sort of murder, crime, mystery. Bruce Willis is really good, as always, and it's one of my favorite performances and films starring him. The supporting cast is really good. You've got Dennis Farina, Tom Sizemore, and the action towards the end and the revelations towards the end of the film are really good. Yeah, the only downside is Sarah Jessica Parker, but that was long before she did Sex in the City, obviously. Um, yeah, I really like this film. If you like Bruce Willis, this is one of my favorites. So those are the 9 films, all from 83, 93, or 2003. Let me know what you think of these movies, especially if you've seen some of them. Thank you for watching, as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.